Interface Video presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fairhope Hospice and Palliative Care, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.
Hello friends, and welcome to Fairfield Today. I'm your host Paul Jasson. Thank you for joining us on this little overcast but a very nice day here in Fairfield County and in Lancaster, Ohio. It's into the fall season. High schools are all back in session. Football is on the docket. We've got the high school, the college, the pro games all going, so we know it's fall time, and it's a pleasure to have you with us today. And I don't think we've had this young lady on before, but we've talked to folks down there from Geneva Hills, which is really one of the, I think, well-kept secrets, and we're trying to change that it's not such a secret anymore. Geneva Hills, and this is Teresa Estelle. She wears a lot of hats down there. She's event and fundraising coordinator for Geneva Hills, and also the chef. That's an odd combination right there, I think.
It is.
But it works for you, right?
It works for me. My two favorite things to do. So.
Tell us a little bit about Geneva Hills, where it is, what's going on down there, and we'll talk about some things coming up, some events that are being planned. But again, I think a lot of people, although I think most people have heard of Geneva Hills, I'm not sure everyone knows where it is or what you actually do down there.
That is a true statement. First, thank you for having us.
Sure,
thanks
pleasure.
to Interface Video for having us.
Sure.
Geneva Hills, a lot of people think of as just a campground. We're actually a lot more than a campground.
I think that's what most people think.
It is. It's a conception that's been there for a while. We're trying to change that. We are an events, a retreat center. We are a summer camp for kids. Did summer camp this year. And then we also do all of our own events for fundraising. It's a nonprofit that's been around since 1959. So it's been there for a long time, 365 acres. And it is not just a camp, but it's a place to fish, to go hiking, bring your family on the weekends, on the weekdays. It's open to the public. And just about every event and everything we do is open to the public unless it's a privately held event that someone reserves a place for, which they are capable of doing as well with our lodge and many facilities. We've got rental houses. Want to get away for a weekend out of the town? Come out there and stay.
You have cell connection out there?
We do, and my husband's been working on the Wi-Fi connection across the camp.
That's a big thing now.
It is.
I'm sure.
You would think that you'd want to come down there and unplug, but there are still groups that those accommodations, they are necessary for what they do.
Well, for some people that would be the way to go, but not for everybody.
Not for everybody.
If you want to have an event down there, you still may need to be connected.
Oh, absolutely.
Now again, first time we've had you on, Teresa, but we've had folks on for the past, 5-6 years, I guess, when we go back and had folks on. And even then, they were talking about it, and in just our chatting before, continuing to upgrade the place, continuing to improve the place. There must have really been a need a few years ago because you're still in that mode right now. But things are, if you haven't been down there for a while, it's worth going back and seeing it because you've made a lot of improvements.
Yes, we have. We've had a lot of volunteer groups, a lot of help, a lot of donors, and we've actually been making the improvements to the grounds. We've got a maintenance committee that's been working. We've prioritized our work. We've got everything documented in a Trello board, go down through and see what needs done as we go through. Then we've got volunteer groups that come out, like the United Way.
We're going to talk about that. Actually, today is the United Way work day, and they're down there, and they've got their groups of young people and adults down there working, and again, they'll make a difference too.
Absolutely, they do every year. It's a great partnership. We love getting in touch with them and working together. It helps them fill a need and helps us, get some young people out there, experience the camp, get involved.
Now, we're in the middle of September right now, so we're a little ways away from this, but I know in October you have something called Firelight Fridays. Tell us about that.
Yeah, Firelight Fridays has been around for a long time. Actually, this year, we're making it a little different, so if you've been out there before, we're going to do some improvements to it. Yes, we are. Got to make sure we keep up with the young kids these days. So we're going to do some pumpkin smashing and catapulting and things like that.
Wow.
So that's something new for the kids. We've got crafts and games, pumpkin carving, pumpkin painting, and then we've got a DJ out in the field. We've got food. We've got night hikes. You name it, and you can do it out there. family event, so bring the kids, come out, and it's a nice Friday night from 6 to 10. Get to enjoy yourselves, and kids just run around and have fun and enjoy nature like they should.
Do they need to make reservations for this?
No, it is a first come, first serve.
Okay.
A lot of times if it is raining and a really, really cold, rainy, pouring down rain night, always check our Facebook just
Sure.
to double check. That way you don't get out there and the kids get disappointed, because you know how that goes.
Sure.
Not a good thing to do. So double check Facebook. We always keep it up to date with the most recent information.
Is that
But
the best way to stay up on top of Geneva Hills with social media is through Facebook?
through Facebook is, and
Yeah.
we've done a lot to improve that. We've actually done some upgrades to our website as well, partnered with someone who's been working on that. Typically we post it on there, but those aren't going to be the up-to-date on a daily basis.
Okay.
So Facebook will, and we always have it on there.
So I think one of the things you talked about is most people, I think of it as a camping, simply that, but it's so much more than that. That's part of it, but so much more.
Oh, yeah.
And now if you are a business or you're an organization or you're just a group of people that want to come out, you can schedule times to come out there, and depending on what time of year it is, events are available.
Absolutely.
Food too.
Food too. You can have a wedding, you can have a retreat.
Okay.
You can have a Christmas party. We've got Christmas parties that we're catering in December, so weekdays you can bring your own beverages, and then we provide the food for with our catering service, provide all the linens, the tables, the chairs. We even do your setup for you. So it's great partnership for a lot of the businesses that want somewhere to just get out. Great scenic view with our lodge, wraparound windows, glass windows. Can't beat that. So it's closest you can get to nature without actually being out in nature for one of those. So
Talking with Teresa Estelle. Teresa's event fundraising coordinator and also the chef down there. And like you say, when an organization comes out there and they plan an all-day retreat or whatever it is that a business might like to do out there, food is a part of that. That's all taken care of
Absolutely.
by you folks.
yes, make everything from scratch. Homemade
my.
Alfredo.
Oh.
Yeah. It's been a big hit, so we basically will tailor your menu. So you tell us what you guys want to eat, and we'll make sure that's what we get
Now,
you.
if somebody wants to do that, what's the best way to contact your place to make a reservation?
Best way to make any reservation is info, at genevahills.com. It's on our website as well, or you can give us a call. We're in there Monday
What's your
through
phone
Friday.
number?
Our phone number is 740-746-8439.
Okay. What's the address down there if somebody just wanted to come down and
Yeah.
drive by or come through and maybe get a tour?
Oh, absolutely. It is 1380 Blue Valley Road, Southeast, and then that's Lancaster, Ohio. We're open to the public, so you're welcome to come out, drive in, drive around the grounds and check the place out. We have a clipboard up at our welcome center by the front door, and that's for our guests to sign in. Let us know you're there. If you need a map or need any directions or anything, or you'd like to go around and see some of the buildings just to scope out, feel free to stop into the office right there, and one of us would be happy
I
to show
guess
you
that
around.
would be a good way if you're thinking about maybe, like you say, maybe a wedding or a family event there, whatever it is, or from a business aspect, a retreat. A good way might be, if you're unfamiliar with it, is somebody just stop out there
Absolutely.
and just look around and see what is available. You'd be comfortable with that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We're open to the public.
Okay.
We're here serving the public. We're a nonprofit. That's what we want. We want to see the public out there. We want the interaction. We bring kids to camp, get people out there. It's a great thing. That's what we do. That's our mission.
One of the events you were talking to me about before we went on was the Fairfield County DD with Temple Custer and that group of folks. They came out, and you can't even say it without smiling.
I
'Cause
can't.
know
It was-
when you say Temple and whatever she does, it brings a smile to your face. As I said, we've had her here as a guest. She is a host of a show and does such a great job for
Yes,
them
she
over
does.
there. But her group and her had a great time down at your place.
We had a great time. It was a great partnership. I mean, it's amazing. You can't stop smiling because it was such a great summer. Those kids were amazing. And making sure that kids that didn't have anywhere to go to camp, with or without disabilities, were able to come to camp. It was great. We had children that were handicapped in a wheelchair that got to go in a canoe for the first time and things. And Temple helped us make that partnership. We're doing it again for next year, so keep an eye out on our website. I'm starting to work on my camp dates for next year, and you'll see me posting those very soon and start getting kids enrolled out there.
Got a couple of minutes to go here, and I wanted to mention something that occurred last month, and that was your mud run.
Yes.
A 5K mud run completely within the grounds of the camp, which is pretty cool right there.
It was.
Because there's a lot of neat places to run out there, up and down. It's not your typical flat 5-mile course
No.
or 5K course. So it's a great place to go out there, and mud run, depending on the weather, is perhaps appropriately named.
Yeah, it was. It was great. It rained before it, but they had obstacles all through the woods, from reverse slip and slides to regular slip and slides to climbing obstacles, climbing walls, giant tire piles that they had to climb across, you name it, and then get to the finish line. And they had a ticket that they could come over and get a adult beverage. So yeah,
very
they had
nice.
some rewards at the end and got them a medal. And
That was your first one of these?
it was. We partnered with Good Time Great Door Out Ventures.
Okay.
And they're doing it again next year. So mark your calendars. We've
That's
got
in
that.
October?
No, that is actually in August. August 18th.
August, yeah.
Yep.
And that's a fundraising time for you and
It
lots of
is.
things going on.
We partner with them and we take care of all the food and beverages and do that catering aspect for them. And they do the admission, and then we partner for the use of the facility with them.
good.
So it worked out great for them and us.
We want to remember about Geneva Hills. It's camping, but so much more, eh?
So much more.
So much more. Lots,
Yes.
lots on there. Go to the Facebook page. Go to the website, Geneva
Yes.
Hills. You can find it easily.
Oh, yes.
Give them a call if you're interested in a tour, maybe setting up a plan down there. It's a great place to go. Again, it's only probably from here 15 minutes away. It's not
Yes.
very far, just down the road a little bit.
Yeah, we
Yep.
thank all of our volunteers. If you're free, you've got some skills, you want to come out and help out the community, feel free to let us know and we'll get you involved.
Good luck today with United Way out there. Hope that
Thank
works
you.
out.
It
Hope you
is-
get a lot accomplished and get a lot done. You
We
always
do too. We always do, and we appreciate all the groups that come out. Thanks so much for having
well,
us
thank
today.
you, thank you.
Thanks
for
again
being
to
on,
Interface.
and good luck. And we'll keep up to date here. We'll get you back for an update as we move through the winter and then into the 2018 season. We'll see how it's going.
That would be terrific.
Good.
Thank
you. Geneva Hills, our first guest today. We'll be back on Fairfield Today in just a moment. Welcome back to Fairfield Today. Thank you for joining us. Got one of the fun events talking about the Backwoods Fest coming up this weekend. We'll talk to some folks there from that, and it is one of the fun times around Lancaster and Fairfield County. We'll find out all there is to know about the Backwoods Fest. Let's mention the good folks here at Fairfield Federal. If you are interested in somebody taking control of your money while you just put it there and let it grow and not be as involved with it, Fairfield Federal is a good place to come. FairfieldFederal.com is their website. They make it easy for you to take control of your money. They have so many things. They have certificates of deposit. They have checking. They have savings. Easy access to online banking and bill payment. They have credit cards here, debit, MasterCard, all free if you're an account holder here. Lots of information can be obtained by going to their website at FairfieldFederal.com. And again, if you're looking for a change in your banking, how it's handled for you, these are local people that make local decisions. That may be important to you. I would recommend that you chat with the folks here. The names and numbers are on their website. Much of the information can be answered right there if you look at the website. So I would encourage you to go to FairfieldFederal.com. Our guest is Jared Pickett from the Backwoods Fest. Jared, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, pleasure to have you here. And again, you've been involved in this for over 20-some years. Over 20 years, we'll just go with that. You must have been a baby when you started,
right.
a young fellow like you.
It actually started in 1995 was the first year.
And I guess be careful what you wish for, because this thing is absolutely enormous now. This is one of the events that people talk about, Backwoods Fest, that the people that go to that are knocked out by
They are.
how much is going on there.
Definitely, they're amazed by it. We got over 325 different craft vendors from over like 30 different states. We got over about 30 different food booths throughout the woods. It's all back in the woods. In a wooded setting. It is handicap accessible. It is gravel paths, but you can perfectly get along on, scooters, wagons, wheelchairs. It's a great time. We got food, all kinds of different types of soup cooked in kettles over top of wood fires, vegetable soup, bean soup. It's a big deal.
Do things change much from year to year, or just pretty much we've got a successful program now, we just keep it going?
No, we always try to add something new every year. We don't want it to be stagnant in any way, so we always just like to change everything up and whatnot, and just try to find new craft vendors. We have a pre-1800 encampment that we have in one section of the woods. So it's neat. They show up their little homesteads of where they stay overnight, like their little tents and whatnot. So it's kind of neat.
So you've been involved for over 20 years. It's kind of a family business. When this started out, that many years ago, was the thought that it would get here someday, or we just don't know? We have an idea and we'll just see how it works.
I think it was just one of those ideas, if you build it, they will come type of deal, and it's evolved into a humongous show. I mean, it's really big. It's probably one of the largest ones as far as at least in the state, for sure.
Oh, I have to believe that.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things, maybe the main attraction here, like I say, over 300 vendors, you've got food, you've got things it's really a family day, a family time. You can take kids out there and have a great time. But I think the setting is just unbelievable. There are enough craft shows in schools and fairgrounds and places like that, concrete and mortar structures, and those are all great. They're wonderful for that. People can come and do that. But to come to a place like Thornville, Ohio, who would have ever thought that Thornville would have had a place like this, and it is so successful.
It is. It's very successful, and it's neat because throughout the woods, all the crafters actually set up in the woods, and they build all kinds of, we call them shacks or little buildings. They do. Some of them have tents, and we have mums that come out there. We have all kinds of pumpkins, and the craft vendors, anything you can imagine, they make. Painted slate. They do have clothing, handmade clothing type of stuff. Candles, pottery. I mean, all kinds of just wood crafts, primitive stuff.
I imagine some of these people have been here for, if not the whole time, many, many years.
Yeah, we have many crafters that have been there since the first year. So it's interesting,
Yeah.
And they're amazed every year they come back, and they can't believe how big it gets, from one year to the next, and it's a big deal.
So here we are this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What are the hours out there?
So Friday and Saturday it's 8 to 6.
Okay.
And then Sunday it's 8 to 5.
8 to 5.
Yeah, so.
And again, as you talked about, you have 325 vendors, and they come from many different states all over. That's pretty remarkable. I guess that probably continues to grow a little bit
It does.
as the word continues. We know about it here, but other places maybe they're just finding out about it.
Right. Every year we get, it seems like a new, what we call a crafter or a vendor that comes from another state because they've been at another show and they've just heard about us, and somebody says, man, we got to get in that backwoods. What do we do? So for the crafters, our application goes on the website January 1st every year, to where they can apply to get into the show. It is a juried show to where we look through all the different crafters because we want handmade stuff.
Well, it's amazing. I think some of the things we talked about there, you've got blacksmithing going on out there, metal products, pottery, as you indicated, clothing, jewelry, 25 food booths that serve soup beans, and they do the large pots. I've seen that, the way it's cooked out there. You have a great website. Give them a plug for your website,
it's just
too.
thebackwoodsfest.com, and then Facebook is just Facebook/Backwoodsfest.
Yeah, you can just put in Backwoods Fest, and it'll come up Thornville,
Definitely.
Ohio, and it'll be there. But it's amazing. You have musicians playing around,
We have,
all involved
yeah.
in that,
So-
as you say, the encampment.
Yeah, all 3 days we'll have bluegrass music playing all throughout the woods. We have an auction at 2 p.m. on Saturday, and that benefits St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital.
Well, that's good to know. And that is when? Saturday?
That's Saturday at 2.
Saturday at 2,
Yep.
okay. And every year you pick a different beneficiary?
We do. So we run it for 2 years. So this year
Okay.
and next year we'll donate all the money to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. So. Yeah.
But then, again, I just think the location is the thing for me. I mean, you can go lots of places, and you can, same here in Lancaster if you go to Alley Park. Things
Correct,
are
yeah.
better when you go to a place like that. It's just more authentic. And when you go with what you do up there in Thornville, with that backwoods setting right there, all that acreage right there, and it's just so beautiful right there. You have it laid out, and you got a good plan here going. Everything is kind of, you know what's going on every year. I think people that have never seen that, the first year they must be knocked out by that.
Right, we do. We get a lot of them that tells us it's the Disney World of craft shows.
That's a good one.
Yes,
The Disney World of Craft Shows. I could see that because, like I say, you can go to these people that like to go to craft shows and stuff. They can go to a lot of schools, have them, and fairgrounds and different places, and Alley Park and great places like that. But you have a unique setting out there.
We
Now,
do.
was this a family farm at
It
one
is.
time before
Yep.
it started?
Yep, it sure is.
And then somebody thought that we ought to give this a try?
Yep. We just figured we'd have a craft show in the backwoods. So Gene actually, he was always a crafter, and he just thought he could have a craft show.
So how many years now? 20?
This is our 23rd. We started in '95.
So is it your family?
It's not directly my family.
Okay, but
yeah.
you're involved with them
Correct.
from the get-go on
Correct.
that, huh?
Yeah.
So when you're out there now, do you have time to do anything, or you just have to administrate while you're out there?
Yeah, right now it's pretty much just getting it ready, It's
Yeah.
all the small details, but
Yeah.
we're gonna have a great weekend.
Oh my! So it's this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, up in Thornville, Ohio. Again, you can go Backwoods Fest in Thornville. It's all online. They have a lot of information. They have maps. They have indication, and the hours are again.
It's Friday and Saturday is 8 to 6, and Sunday is 8 to 5.
Okay, and again, they just 325 vendors, all kind of food booths out there. It's just a day to bring the kids out, keep everybody involved, lots of
Definitely.
activities, the
Yep.
encampment out there,
Right.
so much to see, blacksmithing, you can see stuff being made right there.
Yep, a lot of the vendors do demonstrate making stuff right
Yeah,
there.
so very good. Sort of like an Ohio Village kind of situation,
Yes,
I guess.
yeah,
You can
kinda
see
like
things
that.
being done right there.
Right.
But it's a great place to go, and I would encourage you to go there. Backwoods Fest, look it up on the website. It's a wonderful place this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I guess weather's always the key. You don't have
It's gonna
much
be a
control
great
of that.
weekend.
Oh, very
Definitely.
good. Looking
We always
forward
have great
to it.
weather.
Always good weather.
Yeah.
There's never, like a golf course, you never have a bad
Exactly,
weather out there.
exactly.
Jared
So-
Pickett's been our guest out there. We talk about the Backwoods Fest out in Thornville, Ohio. It's this weekend, 15th, 16th, 17th. That correct?
Yes, sir.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Go on the website and look it up. Jared, thank you for being
Thank you very
with us.
much. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Thank you.
That's our show in Fairfield today.
Interface Video presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fairhope Hospice and Palliative Care, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.